Well, Centro Campesino is a nonprofit organization started back in 1998 with a group of migrant workers. They decided to organize to improve their working conditions. The organization has been based here in Owatonna. We work on issues related to immigration, education, health, youth development, and workers' rights. I moved to Minnesota when I was 15 years old. I started high school here in Owatonna. I got involved with Centro Campesino just like the kids that I'm working with right now. I will come after school, do my homework, volunteer. I started learning more about what the organization was doing. Eventually in 2003, I learned more about community organizing and what that's about, and did a 6-month internship on community organizing here at Centro Campesino. I liked it so much because I could finally understand what is it that I wanted. I wanted to change issues that were impacting my community. I wanted to do something to solve the problems. I didn't know what to call it. I finally realized that was community organizing. And after that, I started getting more involved in the campaigns, leadership level, and eventually I got a full-time position here because of my involvement, and I've been very involved with the organization. Even when I decided to go to college, I still stayed here to work full-time and go to college full-time just to make sure I could continue with the work that I was doing. We have 2 youth programs here at Centro Campesino. One is the youth organizing, is teaching them or developing their leadership skills. The second program is the College Access Program. Since 2003, we started an after-school program, and then we decided to engage a lot of these students into the actual work that the organization was doing, try to develop their leadership potential, get them involved into the organization, and get them to fight for the issues that were impacting their lives. Every summer we have internships for them, and it's a good way for them to learn about the social issues that are impacting their life, and a good way for them to express themselves and to do something about those issues.
Centro Campesino has a big potential on changing the way life is here, because Jesus has a lot of positive ideas and ways to change our community and our school.
Centro Campesino is helping us, establish internships. So, he's helping us help the community.
We talk about the things that we're thinking of doing, or the fundraisers, and we plan stuff out.
Through Centro, what we have going on is what we call a youth network. So we have youth from Owatonna, from Waseca, from Faribault, from Austin, and from Northfield. We do talk to the parents a lot. Most of them are new immigrants. They've come to the United States in the last 10, 15 years.
Most of our parents, they didn't get an education, so they want us to go to school.
Most of them work at dairy farms. A lot of them work for the service industry, hotels, restaurants, and a lot of them work for the the industry that we have in these little towns: canning companies, meat companies, vegetable processing industries.
They want us to actually go to a college, get a degree on something, have a professional job.
We meet with the families, mom and dad, try to figure it out, the economic situation, where are we going to get money to pay for school, and all those things.
Most kids, when the parents tell them you have to go to school and get a good education and stuff, they're like, why? You didn't go to school, you didn't finish school and stuff, so why should I? And they get mad at that because they're like, well, I couldn't get the same stuff you got right now, so I'm trying to change your life.
So parents are key to us, and we do try to be very connected with them. And a lot of the parents are members of Centro Campesino. They come here for services. They come here because they're part of some committee that we have going on and for a different project. So the parents are very involved as well. Well, recently I've been talking to the students because we are having what we call listening sessions to try to understand how they perceive the education they're receiving in schools. And what they've been telling me is that they don't necessarily feel part of the school community. They feel isolated. They feel like they're from a different group. They feel like they don't belong.
I guess it's Mexicans hang out with Mexicans, and then there's Somalians with Somalians and whites with whites. But then, you have a certain person who hangs out with everybody, Me personally, I like everybody, I don't pick a certain group and just stick with them. But there has been a lot of tension with Mexicans and Somalians and whites. I guess it's nobody's fault, but it's just life, yeah.
And it has to do with a lot of different factors. A lot of the times, there are a minority in the schools. There are 7-10% of the school population. So they struggle to create their own identity and to connect to the larger community. And I think it's part of that the school districts are still in transition and trying to figure out how to work with this new group of students, and the students are also in that transition of trying to figure out how to best adapt to their new home. But it's interesting because again, some of them were born here. Part of what we've been doing in the last few years with them is making sure that they actually talk about going to college, and that's one of the things that we've been doing that has been successful, is changing the culture in that way, where they now start talking about college. They start asking each other, where are you going to go, where are you going to apply. So it's in their mind already, at least with the group of students that we work with.
Some of the colleges we visited were Gustavus and Minnesota State University. I personally like Gustavus.
Like when I go to college, I want to go to college somewhere else, but I want to come back to Owatonna, maybe raise a family here.
A lot of them are uncertain of how they're going to get there because of economic reasons, because of other issues, but they all want to go. I mean, it's something that we're seeing in this new generation. They really want to do better than their parents.
My dad didn't finish school, and he was really proud that my sister and my brother finished school, and my sister went out to college, so they're hoping the same for me, and I agree with them because, I want a better life for me and if I have children in the future.
I'm heading towards becoming a lawyer and going to college and after law school. I just want to become a better person than my parents. They're great persons, but I just want to have a better life than they did, and I have the opportunity, and I'm going to take advantage of it.